Hello again, guys. You might remember last episode we made this lovely wither-proof room for killing withers and other bosses. Well, today I have prepared for us just a killing spree. No big deal, just a killing spree. Let's make some room on our hotbar. And, we will also need an orb. Oops. Looks like I forgot my orb over here. Bam. There it is. Although, actually, what we'll want is an Archmage orb, which takes a demon blood shard, which we do not have. Okay, so at some point I'm going to have to head into our blood magic age to grab the Archmage orb that's there. But to start with, we can summon our first demon with just the Master Blood Orb. Okay. There we go. Actually, I want my Salamander Eye to take care of these flames. Oh, different kind of demon. Just as easy to kill. So you'll remember last time I couldn't show you the fight with the demon, but I did show you what we do with the orbs. I'll do that off camera, make a bunch of weak blood orbs, hand them to the demons, name them, and they become your pet. This episode, we are solely concerned with the wholesale slaughter of them. I think this is going to be a tiny earth elemental. Oh, how cute. Oof. Come here, come here. Impossible to hit. Way too small. Okay. Actually, let me bring up a list of their names, which I do not have easily accessible to me. My apologies. Here we go. Okay, so that first one was called a Lower Guardian, and the next one is a Small Earth Golem. Okay, next up we have an Ice Demon. Ooh. Okay, let's see. A lot of these are alchemical ingredients that required quite a bit of the special alchemy from blood magic in order to make. But for you guys, I'll go through that trouble. Ooh, Ice Demon. Ooh, he's quick, but not particularly strong. To be fair, sharp Stabbity Death is pretty OP. Okay, next is Boulder Fist. Obviously a shout out to Good Boulder Fist, a very popular YouTuber and founder of the Mindcrack server. You know, if any of you Mindcrack guys are watching, I'd love to join you. Yeah, I'm sure you're clamoring for all 30 of my subscribers. Not to denigrate you proud 30. I am happy to make something you like to watch. Okay. So, yes, this is the Boulder Fist Demon. And really, I mean, I think it's very flattering. When you take a look at it, I'm sure you'll agree. Oh yeah, who wouldn't want that thing named after them? Oh, it's got a lot of health though, or a lot of armor, something. Took quite a few hits from sharp stabbity death. GI Elijah's also doing bees, it seems, and marveling at the speed with which Gendustry can allow that to happen. Okay, and this is called a Shade for this summon, and after this we'll have to jump into the Blood Magic Age to grab the Archmage's Blood Orb. But this guy's really cool looking, and also what's really nice about getting these demons is you unlock their morphs, and some of these are really cool looking baddies. See? It's pretty neat. So, okay, now we have to jump into the Blood Magic Age. Okay. Okay, GI Elijah. This is the exact moment that I told you you would eventually see where I did not attack you. Nahaha. Yes, you'd better be sorry. Now, understandable. I did just tell you that I lied to you about not having a bid, so. Okay. Let's grab this Archmage's Orb. Okay, so the reason we need this is because the next two demons we summon are actually more powerful than any we've summoned before, and require the Archmage's Orb. So, this is why you may have noticed up until now I've only been using this inner ring. The reason I have those outer pedestals... Oh, good. Oh, okay, this one. Is because these higher tier summons will necessitate their use. The lower tier summons didn't need them. These ones do. Okay, and this is also a point in time where having this Salamander's Eye will be nice, as I'm afraid the lightning will land outside of this room, in which case there are some very flammable things, like, you know, most of my base. So I'm going to run around very quickly. To try and prevent... Oh! Whoa, that's a guy. Bile Demon. 200 health. Unfortunately, at this point, I mean, monsters are not a threat to us. This armor is just unstoppable. Just absolutely unstoppable. We are about to summon the highest tier demon, the last one, the Winged Fire Demon. This guy will one-hit kill you, insta-kill you, if you are not wearing armor. But as we have blood magic armor, I suspect he will not be too much of a problem. Which is interesting because, you know, these are blood magic mobs. This is blood magic summoning, and it's not that difficult within blood magic alone to get bound armor. I suppose without other mods it would be difficult to automate blood magic, but even then, if you capture a few witches and get them under an altar, they can heal themselves fast enough to counteract the ritual of sacrifice. So actually, even within blood magic plus vanilla mechanics, you can get an infinite source of LP, which means there's really, I mean, these things should be balanced around you having the blood magic. We'll see if this is difficult, and I guess I am using a weapon that's much more powerful than expected, but I don't feel at all threatened. Let's see if that's misplaced. It is entirely possible that he will just obliterate me, and I will be left feeling very foolish for that statement I just made. And there we go. Hi, dude. Yeah, I mean, I still have full health. But he is a force. Oh, a real force to be reckoned with. Gee, I don't even know how to show you how powerful he's going to be. Well, okay. I will do it in just a moment. Let's return our Archmage's orb there so we keep it charging. Head back to the overworld. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Let's grab a diamond to make a weak blood orb. And also get a name tag, and I'll show off my new minion. Now theoretically, if I wanted to brew up a bunch more of the alchemical ingredients I used, I could get an army of these guys. I mean, I have an army, but I could get an army of each one of them and be able to unleash it upon any foes I should happen to face. Oh, what should we call this guy? He's a winged fire demon. So let's call him... Oh, I'm on the spot here. Oh, goodness. Can't think of a name on the spot. Let's call him Johnny Torch. Oh man, I have no idea if I spelled that right. Oh, quick Google search. The Human Torch. Oh, Johnny Storm, of course. The Human Torch is his. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. That doesn't fit. I'm just gonna name him Ball. Because that's creepier. Okay, got a weak blood orb. Let's grab his demon crystal. And just for safety, I will summon him in here for the first time. Here, take the orb, and take a name. Thanks. Follow and protect me. Come along. Now, here is how I am going to show this off. Okay, in case I need it, let's do this. Okay. Come on, buddy. Cool. So, you are here. Let's spawn something. Come on, cursed earth. Oh. Oh. Right. Okay. Huh. Didn't work as I wished. Let's see. But, awesome. His orb persisted. Okay, well, looks like I'm not going to be able to easily show you what he can do. If I end up in a situation where I can, I will certainly show you. Yeah, I just can't. There's no easy way for me to turn those grinders off, and yeah, okay. My apologies. Let us instead move on to the next thing we were going to do today, and that is and I will just put these demon crystals in there for now. I will, in my own time, make them all loyal to me. Okay. The other thing we were going to do today is turn off the rain whenever we want. Ah, I love this part. Okay. So, in order to do that, we are going to use something called a Rainmaker. The Rainmaker is a simple crafting recipe, or a shaped forestry recipe, I suppose, but requires a hardened casing. So I'll show you how that works. I have the materials ready. And this is done in the Carpenter. So we've set all these Carpenters up. And what you do when you use them is you put the recipe into the Carpenter, and then put the thingies, the thingies, into that. So by thingies, of course, I mean the ingredients, and then it will make them. We have our import bus here, so what we should now have is a casing. Excellent. Okay, so the question now is, how are we going to automate this? Or no, okay. My apologies. So next thing we're going to do is just do the crafting of the Rainmaker, so we have it. Now, what I was getting ahead of myself with is that we're going to have to automate the production of dissipation charges. Those are the items that allow us to stop the rain. This Rainmaker on its own does nothing. When it is fed a dissipation charge, it will stop the rain. So, how do you make a dissipation charge? You need a can. You need some gunpowder. Let's look up the recipe. Here we go. Can, royal jelly, honeydew, and gunpowder. Okay, so the principle behind it is the same. We can remove this recipe and add this one. And it will craft a dissipation charge, which just got sucked up into the system. Cool. So if we were to take this, and if we right-clicked on a Rainmaker, if it was raining, it would immediately stop the rain. But we need more than that. We need to be able to automatically make these so that it happens without any intervention on our part. So to do that, we will of course use our ME system. So let's head over here to our pattern encoder. You can see I've already taught the system how to make cans because we'll need it to do that. We can tell it that if you put a can, 2 gunpowder, 4 royal jelly, and 2 honey into something, you will get a dissipation charge. So we encode that, and now we need a way to get this to offload into our Carpenter. Okay, so there's actually something kind of important here. And that is that Carpenters only take input in very specific ways. So the top and bottom can take cartons and crates. The sides can take resources, but any side can take liquids. So right now we have a liquid going in the sides. There's the front, the back, the 2 sides, the bottom, and the top. Okay. So we have liquid going in the side, but we need one of these sides accessible to our ME interface. So to do that, what we need to do is remove that. One moment, I will be right back. Apologies, got a phone call. Okay, and I recognized the ringtone. It was my wife, so I always answer those ones. Okay, so here's what we can do. No, not that. Let's enter here and grab our, oh, here it is, Yeta wrench. If we, I don't like the Yeta wrench because it is difficult to work with. It has all those modes that you accidentally switch between when you're normally using it. Oh well. Okay, so the only thing that was really being transmitted there was energy conduit, which was going from here over to here. We can actually put it in the back instead, if we can get to a place where we can see that. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so the energy conduit now will still connect up. Awesome. But we can take our fluid interface and have it inputting into the bottom there. Now I just need some water bucket. Excellent. I've decided to keep a water bucket in my ME system because I cannot tell you how many times I have wanted one and had to run to my fountain to fill it up. Okay, so that is now working and should fill with water. Now what we can do, replace this because we won't need to touch that anymore, is if we add an ME interface and tell it it is only facing into the right there. Awesome. So what we will be able to do then is add, there it is. this pattern here into the interface. Okay, so far we have it set up so that the interface will output the items we need into the Carpenter. Cool. It will receive the water it needs, and it has power from the back. The issue is, well, we'll see if it's an issue. I'm worried this import bus will import the items in the bottom here, although I guess not, because I put them in there earlier. It will only import these, which is the product we want it to do. Okay, so let's see what happens now. We have the dissipation charge in our inventory, so theoretically there should now be dissipation charge recipe. Tell it to craft. Let's see what happens. Ah, I knew it. Okay. So this is something I've experienced before, where when cans get added to the Carpenter, they automatically go here into this slot. That's no good for us right now, because we do not want cans to go there. If the cans go there, they're not used in crafting. Here is the solution. And this is what I've come up with. What we can do is, I think I have it set up here. Yes. Take an export bus, place it on the side like so, and we will tell it to export and craft, if needed, cans. What will happen is that it will quickly fill this up with cans, a stack of 64, and after that they will land here where we want them. There we go. So we turn that off now and take it back. And what we can do is take the cans out of there, place this back. Excellent. Put our pattern back in. Now let's test. Oops. If we tell it to make a dissipation charge, it did so. All the items landed here. It landed there. And there we go. We got the import bus sucking up that dissipation charge after it was done. And now in our ME system, we have a dissipation charge. Okay, so I would say we're halfway there. It makes our dissipation charges for us. Now, and in fact, I don't even need to use some of these items that I thought I might. Okay, now we need to set up the Rainmaker so that it gets that dissipation charge and calls for it when needed. This is not as tricky as it might at first seem. So, okay, first of all, the Rainmaker needs direct line of sight to the sky. There are a couple ways we could do this. I wish I had put the B room on the second floor now, but oh well. Okay, so in case I end up building above the B room, which I may do eventually, probably will eventually, I am going to put my Rainmaker up on the roof here. And you know what? I like it in this corner. Which means I will need to run come on. I will need to run some ME cable to here. This is actually not as hard as I thought it might be. I think I've got some already running over to this corner. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. So, let me just double check that has... Yeah, okay. It's got ME cable. So here's what we can do. Put this facade back, and then we can run the cable over this way. Cool. And then cover everything up so that it looks again like it did before. Awesome. That was actually very easy. Okay. If we come back up here, we now have ME cable coming to there. What we can do is add a precision export bus facing our Rainmaker, and we can tell it to move single items or craft, and then importantly, we can tell it to activate once per pulse. So far here's what will happen. If this precision export bus receives redstone signal, it will call the system, or it will query our ME system and say, do we have a dissipation charge? If we do, it will export it into the Rainmaker. Which didn't used to require power, but may now. Oh well, no issue. I'll test it, and if it does, I can easily run power to it. The same conduit that's carrying the ME cable can carry power there. Okay, and let's turn off the force field to test this. The other thing we will need to test this is our Hunter's handgun, which I think might still have some weather ammo in it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So now it's raining. Now, here is the secret. If we have a rain sensor, it produces a redstone signal when it rains. So that means that we just received rain. So this should have sent the signal to the system saying craft a dissipation charge. Okay, that happened, which means over here we should have made a dissipation charge. Okay, so it's in the system. Let's just double check. If we place it in, the rain should stop. Theoretically, yes. Okay. The rain stopped when we placed it. Oop, and just started again. Okay. I don't know why it came back. So, okay. let's see. If, okay, you have a dissipation charge, right? Did you actually, oh, I never told it. There we go. Okay, let's try replacing this. Now it should have received a pulse, and it exports that, and the Rainmaker works. Awesome. The only thing left to test is whether the rain sensor, whether this whole system works with the force field up. So I will put it up and just observe that. I kind of doubt it. I could theoretically set this up somewhere outside the force field and use wireless redstone to transmit the signal. I suspect the Rainmaker will work if it doesn't have line of sight to the sky, but I guess I don't know. Anyway, I will test the system with the force field up off camera, see if it works. Otherwise, I mean, I can either move the thing, but that seems like a hassle, or keep the force field down most of the time, which, you know, with my interdiction matrix will probably be a fine defense solution. Anyway, thanks for watching. We actually did quite a lot this episode in kind of weird and different mods. Next episode, who knows? I won't promise anything, although... Well, no, yeah, I just won't promise anything. We'll see. There are a couple things I've been meaning to do, and yeah, we'll do one of them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.